Has anyone ever tried to boost your confidence with some of these positive, encouraging phrases, but you knew that they were trying to help you, but you didn't really know where to start? Like, we can have an idea of what confidence feels like, what it is, but where do we start building that? Do we pretend until we make it? Do we have to be successful in order to build confidence? Like, where does it even come from? In this video, we're going to look at 3 misconceptions about confidence that will help us understand it a little bit more, and that way we can start building it in ourselves. So the first misconception we're going to talk about is the idea that confidence is something you either have or you don't. Confidence is more changeable than that. It varies from situation to situation, and it can vary over time. So I kind of like to think of it like a bank account, that it's something that you're continuously making deposits into. Those deposits, those confidence deposits, can either be big, like maybe you win a championship, or you pass a class that's really challenging. That would be a big deposit, something that you can kind of draw from for a long time. You could also make smaller deposits. Maybe you're just having a great week of practice. Maybe you're trying to change some kind of health behavior and you've stuck to it all week. That would build your confidence as well. And those would be like kind of the smaller deposits. This is great news for us because if confidence is something that we can change, that means we can build it. So the second misconception is that the only thing that can build confidence is success or positive experiences. But what we find, there are a lot of successful people who still lack confidence. So the difference between a successful experience that builds confidence and a successful experience that doesn't build confidence is right here. It's the way that we interact with those events. So have you ever had some kind of successful experience, maybe in the classroom, on the field, at work? You had that experience and you found that you didn't really derive as much confidence from it as you thought. Maybe you were too focused on how your teammates contributed. And we find a lot of people who kind of shrug it off. Oh, I didn't do this. My teammates did it. But we have to give ourselves credit for what we did. Maybe we're looking too much in the future and looking at that performance and how we can change it. Okay, we won, but here's what I need to do to get better. We have to take just a minute to really process our experiences and make sure that we're extracting as much confidence from them as we can. That means giving ourselves credit for what we did to make that success happen. And our last misconception is the idea that mistakes and negative feedback will decrease our confidence. So as we're learning a new skill, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to get feedback about what we're doing incorrectly. And although we don't like the way that feels, it can actually help us build confidence. Because when we get that feedback, we know people are being honest with us. Okay? When we get that feedback, we now know what not to do. When we make mistakes, it gives us a chance to go back and fix it and make it better. Do you remember learning to ride a bike? When you were riding, when you were learning, you probably got some feedback from whoever was trying to teach you to ride. Things that you were doing wrong, okay? And sometimes when you did wrong things, you ended up crashing. Okay? We make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes. Elite performers make mistakes. But the difference is that mindset that allows them to interact with failure the same way that they interact with success. Okay? And working to extract from that experience the confidence that they need. So the main takeaway from this video is that confidence comes from the way we interact with events, not so much the events themselves. So if we want to take confidence and we want to build it and make those deposits in our confidence bank, we need to make sure that we are looking at them the right way. That way, we can extract the most confidence from both successes and failures. And all of that happens right here as we process those experiences.